What's up, guys? Rocky France here, back with another CESYK Live. Tonight we're going to talk to Jason Geiser, the founder of DECORATIVE, the founder of the Decorative Concrete Expo, which we got coming up. Let's get AJ Rodriguez in here. Let's get Mike Griffin in here. We're going to shoot the crap a little bit, and then we're going to get Jason in here. Let me see. Bear with me here, guys. Try not to look down my nostrils. AJ and Mr. Griffin. Let's see if we can get you in here. And we're adding Mike. AJ, how are you, buddy?
I'm always good, man. No matter what. You know this.
Let's see if I can.
What the hell? I thought we were done with this stuff.
Nope. Man. We're just getting started.
Love it. Welcome to CESYK Live with Rocky France, Mike Griffin, and that shithead AJ right there. Fuck him. It's all good. Let's get on with it, gentlemen.
How are you guys? Let's start off. It's been a little bit since we've been on, since the 12 days of Christmas. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I mean, I'm relaxed. I wish this winter would get over with, man. This cold weather has got me boxed up in here, and it's driving me crazy.
How's retirement treating you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. AJ, how you doing, bud? You get to work today, or you boxed up today too?
I've been off for a while because we're snowed out.
Yep.
And the ground is frozen. Lots of frost in the ground. And it actually sucks. But, hey, I'm going to be the next Kaya. Watch Kaya cook, AJ cook. Because I have some amazing, what are they? Menus coming up. Yes. I love it, actually. It kind of sucks. It actually does suck being off work so long.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks, man. You get bored. And everybody keep your hopes up because soon the summer season is going to come. And then we're all going to be bitching about
need a break. Yeah. Yep. Well, in the slow season, right now, there's nothing better to do than further your education, right?
Yes.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. Just like the world of concrete, I like to affectionately call mini world of concrete. It's geared a little bit more to the decorative side, but man, with the stuff you could learn at this 2-day little expo. Have you been, Mike?
I have not. It's on the wish list. I know I talked to Jason a little bit last year, and it's on my wish list.
Okay. Mine too. I've not been either, so this will be my first year.
It's a long way for me. I kind of told him, I was like, man, it's like an 8-hour drive for me one way. I'm like, it's a little bit, but we'll see.
Yep. It's four hours for me, so it's not too bad. The crew's going to get together. We're going to get up super early and work that out on the timing of things. So it'll be good.
Yep.
So, AJ, who do we got coming in today, buddy?
Jason Geiser, DecoCrete Supply. He's actually the owner and actually a personal friend of mine, which is pretty awesome because we do all concrete, and he actually has a wrestling background.
Yeah.
Let him talk about the wrestling part, especially Cleveland State. Let's get it. Cleveland State. Yeah, something's fucked up over there. I'm sorry to say that, but anyway, Jason Geiser, I met him. I went down there, like I said in my live before, and an amazing person. Took me to lunch with all the guys, and last thing he said was, "Okay, I gotta go, but AJ, this wasn't just lunch or a tour of my company. This was a job interview." I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, that's when I used to travel on the road, running work all over the nation. But I tell you what, Jason Geiser is a real guy, and he's true to our sport of concrete. Definitely. But anyway, kick my ass out, and let's get to it.
All right. let's do it. We're gonna boot AJ out here, and
Your brother.
we're gonna get Jason in. Bear with me, guys. This is always the most awkward part of doing these lives. And we're gonna add Jason Geiser in. He'll be popping in here just a minute. There he is. Jason, how are you, buddy?
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Good, good, good.
Good,
Yeah, I'm good.
good, good.
Awesome. So, Jason Geiser, DECORATIVE. So let's where do we start, man? Where do we start? Let's start with who you are. Who's Jason Geiser first?
Well, I'm just a guy that loves decorative concrete and been found my passion for this uh, around, I would say, 1999 is when I really discovered that this is what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and that's kind of been my whole journey so far. Is just trying to better this industry and hopefully leave it better than I found it, I guess.
I think I can attest that you've done that and many others around here. So props on that, my
Thank
friend.
you. Appreciate that.
Yep. So DECORATIVE, where did this start? How did it turn into DECORATIVE? And then we'll get to the
Well,
expo in
so
a
I
minute.
started out contracting, like around the year 2000, 2001, something like that. That's when I started my installation business. And as I was doing that, I noticed that there was like a need for information. Like even back then, that was before YouTube or Facebook or any of that stuff. So it was like where did you go to get information? Heck, the internet was new. Like it wasn't even that much stuff out there. So there was no place to get good information. And I started doing decorative concrete in our area, and I just thought, you know what? I bet you if I started like selling supplies and started helping people and training and doing things like that, that they would buy stuff from me. And let me tell you, that was a very tough time in my life because I was trying to phase out of contracting, but still trying to sell supplies to my competition. So you know what I'm saying? Because so I couldn't just. So there's a lot of people that didn't want to buy stuff from me, and I understand. Like I get it. Like I probably wouldn't have bought stuff from me either. But I think once they realized like what I was all about and what we were trying to do, that kind of went away. But it took time. It takes time to build trust.
Sure.
Yeah.
So with that, I eventually ended up, I got enough of those guys that finally started buying stuff from me that I kind of put myself out of retirement because I would never bid a job against somebody that was buying stuff from us. So as
Ah,
soon as I knew that I was going out to a job or we were bidding something and I knew that I was bidding against one of the guys that buying from me, I would just step away from it. And so eventually I had enough of them buying from me that I didn't need to do any jobs. So that's kind of how the DecoCrete. But that was a tough road. Those were some 80-hour weeks and stuff like that because I was contracting and trying to pay for DecoCrete just to be
yeah,
able to survive.
yeah,
So it's very but anything that's worthwhile in life's hard. You know what I mean? Anything that's that's what I have on our wall at home for my kids. Anything that's worthwhile is always uphill, and
okay.
that's so true. Like it is. Like anything that like if it's not hard, it's not going to make you better. It's not going to be worthwhile. So why do
Worth
it?
it.
So
Yeah, 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 sure. Absolutely. So DecoCrete turns into the Decorative Concrete Expo. Let's get to that in just a minute. Stay on you for just a minute. I know you're a big fan of the wrestling. AJ talks about wrestling quite a bit. Everybody knows AJ's a huge wrestling fan. Myself, huge wrestling fan. How do you fit into wrestling?
well, I didn't in my high school we didn't have wrestling. Okay, so I didn't grow up with it. Had no idea what it was, but my son started doing it in the fourth grade. And he just really took a liking to it. His grandpa actually wrestled at Ohio State, so that's kind of the guy that was like pushing him along and trying to get him into it and stuff like that. I knew nothing about it. I always thought, it's just a bunch of guys with onesies on or whatever they, I was like,
Right.
I didn't know what the heck was going on there because we didn't. I had never been to a wrestling match my whole life. So, but he took a liking to it, and my son ended up doing really good. And I seen firsthand in my own kid what wrestling does for a young man, and that's like right then and there. I was like, this is the same mentality of a wrestler. Those same qualities carry over into the concrete. It's the same. It's the same idea. It's hard. It's hard. It's a struggle. It just teaches you a lot of stuff. And
Yep.
I just think it's so good for kids. If you're watching this and you have a son, get him into wrestling. I'm just telling you, it'll do more like that'll do more for that kid than anything as far
Yeah.
as like getting them ready for the real world.
It teaches you how to dig deep. You don't give up.
Yep. Yeah.
You know.
You don't have a choice. You're out there with one other dude, so it's sink or swim. It's either you decide I'm tired of getting my ass kicked, or you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna work harder and try to get better. And that's how it is in life. The more you put in, the more work you put in, the more perseverance, the better things happen. And that's why I always support wrestling. Like I'm 100% supporter of that. Even when my son's done wrestling, I'm gonna like always support wrestling programs, 100%.
Awesome. I mean, I'm right there with you, man. I love the sport. I didn't wrestle in high school. I was one I fell in love with wrestling through martial
Okay.
arts when I realized how dangerous somebody who's just a wrestler, that's all they've ever done is wrestle, how dangerous that person is to any other martial art.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, man, I need to get more of this. So, yep, I've got a love for wrestling. So,
So he
yeah.
does. So he wrestles at Cleveland State, and that's what me and AJ were talking about. Is they actually about 3 weeks ago cut the program. They just they
Man,
just the administration said we're done. We're not. It's not. But the funny thing is like that program is actually, if you look at it on a graph, is actually making money or basically even compared to the other sports. So it's a bad thing because these kids are such good kids. He loves his teammates. He loves his and it's hard to watch it, especially when they're the team GPA, and these are good kids. Like these are kids. These are smart kids. They were only second last year to Harvard as far as the team GPA, as far as like how so they're good for the school. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. We don't need to talk about that, but that's just what's going on. But he is wrestling there, and he's having a good season, and hopefully he'll land somewhere else if we can't get the program saved. So
post on him as much as you can. We'll keep
yeah,
following him, man. So that's cool.
awesome, awesome.
Awesome. Okay, so now the big thing, the thing we're all here for, at least me. Decorative Concrete Expo. How did we go from DecoCrete to the expo? Let's hear this story.
So it was a heck of a journey. So every winter, with living in Ohio, we're sitting there twiddling our thumbs in the winter. Okay,
Yeah.
there's not a lot going on. Guys aren't pouring concrete. There's not a lot going on. So every winter we're just like bleeding money. Like it's a serious problem for us and a lot of other companies where you got to almost make enough money throughout the summer to support it going through the winter. So we just started trying to think of ways. Okay, what can we do since we're not really doing anything? What are some things we could do to like that stay within our mission, which is to add value to the decorative concrete industry. That's our mission, to stay within that mission, but also, um, you know, help us maybe generate some funds or at least start something. So the first year, we just took our mailing list, and again, this was 10 years ago. This show, I believe it might be the ninth or 10th year. So it's pretty old. So we just took everything that we had. We made some brochures up and hand stamp, like put stamps, licked them, and put stamps on these things and mailed them out. And then seriously, we put tents up around our shop, did all this stuff, had some vendors come in, not very many, and hoped that people would show up. Like, we had no idea that first year if anybody was going to show up or not. Had no clue. And so that day came, and we're like, oh, God, 8 o'clock rolled around, and I'm like, oh boy, nobody's here yet and stuff. And then all of a sudden they started rolling in and stuff like that. So the first year we might have only had like 50 or 60 people, you know. But it was a start, and we're like, okay, we might be onto something. So each year we kind of doubled down and kept doing it and stuff like that. The first year we didn't make any money, or probably lost money, but we thought, okay, well, this is good for the industry. Everybody had a good time, so we kept doing it, and it's kind of grown into something pretty cool. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
What what day is that, Jason? I know the answer. I know it's starting next week.
So it's the 27th and 28th. So it's next Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got your tickets yet, they're still available. I think, I'm not sure if we can put a link in there or not, but I got my good buddy Jeff that works for us. He's going to be on here too. I think he's on. And if anybody has any questions about it, they can leave a question on there, and he's going to answer it in the comments and stuff like that. He's going to kind of help me out, I guess, because he's a lot better than this than I am, to be honest with you. But
I watched when you guys post, and I seen he said, I don't know if I should say it now. If I didn't realize he's coming on,
yeah.
He can talk about what you guys announced today about tickets.
Yeah. So that's we'll just skip straight to that.
Okay.
And here's the thing. We got something pretty cool. So this year we're going to have a virtual ticket. Okay. So if you can't make it, if you're not able to make it to the show, like let's say you're far away or even in a different country, and you want to come to the show, we're going to have 5 cameras that are going to be capturing different stuff throughout the show. And so that allows a lot more people to kind of see it. And in fact, so right now as we're talking, and I didn't even tell you guys I was going to do this, but the first 2 people to comment Decorative Concrete Expo is going to get a ticket, a virtual ticket.
How am I supposed to type now?
Well, you can't win, Mike. I'm not allowing. I don't even want you to see it because you have to come to the show. I've been asking you for years.
The first people, Decorative Concrete Expo, go.
Yeah.
Right now, first 2 Decorative Concrete
right
Expo. But please do not comment that if you're coming to the show. We don't want people that can't make it. So yeah, but that virtual ticket is going to be $50, and we're going to be having one of our Decocrete employees answer all the questions. So let's say you're watching somebody carving concrete, and you see maybe you want to see more of the countertop area. So they're going to move the camera for you. Like they'll do that. They'll move the camera, so you'll be able to really interact good with what's going on there. And we think it's going to be something really cool for people that can't make it. So
It's really cool. That is, I'm really intrigued by this. This is a really good idea.
Yeah. I saw that today, and I was like, man, that's a good idea. I mean, I watched some other things, and when you get several cameras on at the same time, and you got a live action camera in the middle walking around, I was like, man, that's a good idea. Especially these people that can't make it. I mean, you're going to feel like you're right there. I think that's a great idea.
And that's something that we're also going to have the guy, Mr. France. Maybe he's going to wear the camera for a little bit too. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to have him go around, and he's going to view the show, and everybody can kind of see what he sees. So
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Sure.
See, I put you on the spot. I knew if I asked you on this that you couldn't say no. So.
Hey, I like to be on the spot. So what can people expect? What are we looking for? What do we got?
To kick off the whole event, we're going to be doing a really cool pre-party event on Wednesday night, which that's going to be really rocking. We're going to have it's right in Tom Benson Stadium, which that's where they play the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and it's at the club level. So we got that whole thing rented out. There's going to be food. There's going to be music. There's going to be a lot of great networking opportunities from some of the industry's best and stuff like that. So you'll learn a lot. You'll get to talk to a lot of people. So that's kind of kicking it off. And we're even going to we might even have a couple challenges during that time for some DecoCrete swag and some other stuff like that. They are allowing us, I've heard this, now I can't confirm this, but they're going to allow us to take elevators down to the field, and we're going to have races, 40-yard dashes.
No way.
Yep.
No.
Yep. So
I hope it's going to be early in the night.
yeah. Well, hey, no, we're saving that for last, Mike.
The 40-yard fall down.
Yeah, we're saving that for about 9 o'clock when it's over. But that's from 5 to 9, and you don't have, if you're coming to the event, you don't have to have a ticket right now. You can purchase the ticket for that at the actual gate, like where it's going to happen. We can, and all that stuff's on our website as far as like the like where you can get all the tickets and do all this stuff. So
what is that website? Say that right now. Plug that.
If you just type in decorativeconcreteexpo.com, it'll take you right there. Yep.
There you go.
That was one of my questions. Was the last day? You're saying you can buy the tickets on as you're walking in, and I know there's different levels that give you more access to.
I'm glad you brought that up, Mike. So the top 2 tiers have hotel rooms with them too. So those are already cut off. So we can't do that anymore because all that's getting filled up and stuff. But all the other tiers of tickets are there. So there's something kind of for everybody in there as far as whatever you want to get out of it. There is that party package, which that includes that party that we're having Wednesday night and a lot of other stuff. You'll have to get in there and look. I'm not going to try to remember all the stuff that's in those things. Yeah. So if you go to that and type in tickets, you'll see all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's on there. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be it's going to be really, really good this year. We got the other thing we got going is the Smackdown, which that's our decorative concrete competition. So we got 8 different artists from different parts of the country going into one area, and they get a 15 by 15 area to create whatever they want. And then if you're coming to the show, you get to vote on which one you think's the best one. And we got a lot of cool prizes and stuff that go along with that. Like there's a lot of really neat stuff that the winner's going to get. So there's some good stuff involved with that too.
And bragging rights.
And you get the belt. Like if you've watched any of our live streams, we got a huge wrestling belt, like a WWE belt that you get. The winner gets that, and they get to claim that for 1 year.
So when will the winner of that be announced?
That'll be Friday. I think Friday at 2:00 we're announcing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And that'll all be live. And you
can anything they want with that 10 by 10 square. Vertical concrete, carved concrete, whatever.
Whatever you think going to win.
There's no rules, so they can do whatever they want.
Do whatever they want. The only thing they can't go over like 10 feet tall. We made it like that, and they can't go outside of that area.
Okay.
But other than that, they can do whatever they want.
Oh man, this is going to be great. So you want to drop a couple of the competitors? Do you know any of those off the top of your head?
Yeah, we got Jeff, Kurt, Rachel, Bruce is going to be in there.
Whitfield.
Yeah, Whitfield's going to be there. Rick Lobdell. Yeah. Some of the other ones are kind of newcomers that I don't know very well yet, so I don't know them off the top of my head. But there's going to be a lot of good artists, a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah. So any big vendors that we got coming?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. We got most of the major vendors. We'll be setting up booths and stuff like that. Plus, we're going to have our area where we have all of our stuff that we make and manufacture going to be displayed and stuff like that. And it's going to be that area there. I think there's like 60 to 70 vendors that are going to be set up there. Yeah, so it's going to be a good place if you're trying to learn about different tools and different equipment and stuff out there.
So some hands-on product testing in the DecoCrete world stuff too.
Yes. So we're going to be doing. There's 7 different areas that we call our learning zones, and we wanted to do that every single expo. We do a like a questionnaire, like what do you want to see more of, and all of them want to have more of like that's the continuing question is, can we have more hands-on stuff?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So that's why, we listened to that, and we decided last year to do that, and it was a big hit where we have 7 different guys doing different facets of decorative concrete. So we'll have people doing stamped concrete, we'll have people doing overlays, we'll have somebody doing stains, epoxies, um, just sealers and repair products, countertop, just everything that you can think of that's possible that somebody could want to learn about. There's somebody doing it and teaching it the whole time.
Nice.
The whole time during the show, both days.
And that's a question that you can sit there and ask them questions as they're
Yep.
working, and I'm sure.
Yep, and that's what they're there to do. We select people to do that are willing to help this industry and want to actually really further it. Like they're good people. They want to see people succeed, and I think that's the key with this type of stuff. You will not learn, like there's not one place that you can go and learn more than you will in those 2 days. As far as if you're just trying to get your feet wet and trying to like really like figure out, okay, maybe maybe I do stand concrete now, but I'm thinking about getting into epoxies, or I might be interested in this. Okay, you can see all that right, during those 2 days. So
Yeah.
So I know some of the big YouTube personalities are planning on coming. Do you plan to do anything with that?
yeah, so they have some meet and greets. I know Ryan Talmadge is doing something from Victory. He's going to be there. I think his goes from like 11 to 1 o'clock on Thursday. We got Michael Builds, Bobby Grubb from Grub Mud. Man, I should have wrote all this down.
I think Richard Thomas is going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
there, but they're
yep,
they're
Rich, yep.
no,
He,
so I
he,
don't
he
know. I'm supposed.
he's going to be there. He's from your neck of the woods, isn't he?
Yeah, he's actually I've been to his shop before. They had a little training down there, and it's a little bit less than 2 hours for me. It was. Yeah, he's close to me. I'm in Springfield, Illinois, and he's in St. Louis. So actually, he's like west of St. Louis or something like that. Maybe it's east, but
Well, Rich,
yeah, he's close.
hey, if you're watching this, pick up Mike on the way and bring him with you.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
You don't have any excuses.
Rick, so if you want to look back in the comments or in the search bar for that, you can see all about Rick Thomas. Oh, speaking of one we've done lives with, Ben Bass, I think he'll be there too, right?
Yep, Ben Bass. Yep, Ben Bass is going to be there. He's doing the staining learning area again. He does a really good job with that. Like that's a dude that you wanna pick his brain.
Sure.
He's done very well for himself. He's a young guy. If you're aspiring to be, something in this industry and you want to figure it out, like I would go talk to Ben
Yeah,
for
I,
sure, because
I,
he's lived it, and Ben's got a great story.
Yeah.
That dude's
I
got
tell
a great story if he, from what he came from and what he's been able to do, like anybody can do it. You just got to work hard, and good things happen.
I tell you what, I've been watching Ben. I follow a lot of people's journeys. I've probably been following or watching him for about 7 or 8 years, man. It's just crazy. The guy's not afraid of anything, and he just educates himself so much. And now when you talk with some of the best people, you got to throw his name in there. So it's been great watching him grow, and it's just, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, and Ben's been coming to the show for, I bet he's been coming for 5 years or maybe 6. So he's, because he, and I think that him coming to that show, he's from Georgia. He's got a lot further away than you, Mike. So
So keep doing it, ain't you?
yeah, I'm gonna keep getting you. But no, but he did. But I think he's seen that. Hey, maybe I can learn something there. Maybe I can rub shoulders with some of these other people that and that's how it is with this show. That's what it's all about. Like we love to have those connections and that camaraderie within the industry. That's what we want.
Oh, there he is, Ben commenting. Yep. So Ben was actually one of our first live casts, wasn't he, Mike? Like way back when.
Yeah, man.
I
see
the very first one story. It was great, and that was, man, that was probably 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah. Yep. So another person, Mike Simcoe, I think I saw he's going to be there. He's another one that's got some really quality work.
Yep. He's Mike's been there. He's been a friend of mine and a friend of DecoCrete for a long time. I mean, he's a great dude. Him and Derek Jensen, they always ride up together. Yeah, so those two always come to the show. But yeah, I mean, it is. I feel like it's an event where everybody gets together. There's a lot of good people, and that's one thing you'll notice when you come to the show. Like nobody's trying to keep secrets or trying to. It's a very open book. Everybody trying to help each other. Kind of like you guys' Facebook. The concrete everything. I mean, that's what it is. I think that's why I like it so much, and why I like you guys, and because I know you guys are hearts in the right spot. You guys are trying to do the same thing that we're trying to do, and like if you help people get what they want, they help you get what you want.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned that over the years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's something that I would tell anybody. Like if you first help people, like if you first help them, they're going to help you. So, but it doesn't work the other way around. You gotta add value first, and then
Sure.
it comes back.
Yep.
I got a question.
Yes.
Sure.
I think you probably just answered it. What not speaking of this year's show, but just your past 8-9 years of doing this, what's your favorite part of the Deco show?
Honestly, when it's over.
That's probably the best.
It's a lot of stress and a lot of
Sure.
stuff leading up to it. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a lot of work to put it on, but it's every now that we've moved it to the to where we're at and we're not having it at our shop. I mean, it put our business in disarray for a month after we were having it at our shop. But now that it's away, it's a lot better. But no, my favorite part I would say is just getting everybody together. I think it's pretty cool when you can get people from all over the country, different artists, different people that are like at the top level of the craft, and you get them all in the same area, and I think that's pretty cool. That part of it's very rewarding for me that people would want to come. I'm very humbled by that people would that would want to come, and we said, hey, we're doing this thing, and people show up, and it's just a good time. It's a good time. I enjoy it.
So is it all under roof? How do we dress?
You dress and bring your work clothes. Get ready to get dirty. Like there's plenty. Like if you want to get dirty and get hands on, there's that. If you're looking to just chill out. Another thing is like just remember, like it's at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So if you want to stay an extra day, there's plenty of things to do there as far as that village and what they got going on there. And yes, it's good.
Yeah.
Fat kids, what do we got to eat when we get there? How are we eating?
so it's pretty simple. It's all like a vending or not like there's a company that puts on all the food. So you just go there and it's real easy. All the drinks and beer, there'll be beer there and everything like that. So all that stuff's there at the show. You just show up and there's stuff there's actually what's pretty cool about this village. If you don't want to eat like concession style food or whatever, you can go and there's restaurants like within walking distance of where we're having the show. So there's probably 4 or 5 different restaurants there that you can go eat lunch or whatever. So yeah.
Nice. So doors open in the morning at what time?
8:00 on Thursday morning. Yep.
We're
So
shutting down.
So I would if you haven't bought a ticket, like you can get the tickets at the door. That's the other thing I wanted to say too. Like so right now I think it's through Tuesday, you can get tickets. If you buy it online, you get it for $35. If you buy them at the door, they're $50. So you can save $15 if you know you're coming. The weather's crappy, and you're coming for sure. Save yourself $15, and it's probably going to save you some time too because you won't have to fill out all the information part because you've already done that online. So if you get your tickets now, it just will make it easier to check in and get into the show.
Sure. Gone. Well, I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. We need to try to drag Mike there. I know AJ had been kind of shooting around the idea, maybe trying to make it. So be nice.
I'm gonna send him Uber to get him over here.
Yeah. If you guys see me there, don't be afraid to say, hey, if you have your concrete everything swag, ooh, maybe represent a little bit, guys, right?
Yeah, you guys
Just
should
don't.
bring some. You guys have some shirts you can bring? Do you have some shirts you can bring?
Well,
No, we do where we open up the store for like a couple weeks and then they make them and
Yeah.
then ship
Okay.
them out.
All right.
yeah,
Yep.
we do ours a little different. We don't. I mean, I've seen a lot of people buy shirts and stuff and get stuck with them because you don't know how much stuff's going. You never know. So we don't buy shirts and nothing. We have somebody take care of it, and it's they make them to order. You know, we open a store, you order, and then we close the store down. Then they buy the shirts and print them.
That's a good
So
idea, actually.
yeah, because
That's a
now we don't get stuck with nothing.
yeah.
You know, I've seen some other people try to sell shirts and stuff, and you see in the background there's a stack of 50 shirts and hoodies there, and I'm like, that's why we don't do that.
Right. Right.
No
No,
money up
I get
front from us.
that for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sounds like maybe I'll be able to get a little bit of video stuff
Oh
in there. That'll be fun,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. We got
Good.
you. We got you a GoPro on with a head cam that you're gonna be wearing around. So
I'm about it. I'll be looking like Ryan
yeah.
Thomas.
There you go.
I mean,
There you go.
all right, guys. So maybe next week we can maybe touch basis. I know some of the guys that are going to compete. Maybe we can get a little bit of interviewing with them and maybe see if we can get an idea of what they're going to do or whatever.
That'd be
But
cool. Yeah.
to do whatever we can to promote this. We love what you're doing, and we stand behind it 100%. So
Yep.
I appreciate that. Thanks for all the support from you guys and stuff on the page. You guys are great, and I love what you guys do. So thank you for that. So
Thanks for
all
being here, Jason.
right, all right, guys.
all
Have a
right,
good night.
we'll
Thank
see
you for
you soon.
watching.
See
Bump
ya.
bump.